What if I tell you that there are very simple tricks and techniques to get that 90 in speaking? You don't have to really worry too much about it. No need to much of practice. One of the thing is to change your voice to make it more sharper. Like there's a lot of very easy peasy simple tricks are available to get that 90. To know more about such things, make sure you watch this video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with at another super awesome power-packed video on PTE Speaking. Well, today we're going to talk about very simple technique, meaning you don't have to put much efforts. To all those people who like to be very lazy and still get that 90, then trust me, today's video is that video. Meaning without putting any effort, you can just get 90. There are so many techniques that I'm sharing in this video for the first time. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the information in the description of this video. We have provided a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link and send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get into the video. Let me just share my screen. Very simple tricks, speaking 90 guaranteed. So what do I mean by this simple trick? See, at the other end, it's a computer, it's the software. Whatever the things that you think is correct may not be. What software wants is something else. We have seen a number of students who have performed really bad in the PTE speaking exam and still got 90. They call me and say, speaking, I think worst, I really done very bad. Other modules, I'm expecting 90. Other modules will be 65. Speaking will be 90. So why is that? Why is that some people get that 90 so easily? Some people don't. When you understand this mystery, you also would know what is that simple technique using which everybody can get that 90. Alright, so let's start with simple trick number 1. Speak like me in the read aloud. I'm going to show you how to speak. Don't worry too much about the content, but try giving a sharper tone. See, my voice is already by default sharp. You download voice pitch analyzer or voice tools, any of these apps in your phone. Just speak and check the pitch. For a girl, usually 99.99% of the ladies will not have the problem because by default their tone is sharper. Mine is sharper. Then how does a non-sharp tone looks like? What if I start speaking like this to you? This is a non-sharp tone, meaning thicker voice. This software hates such thicker voice. We don't know why. Probably it's all about clarity. When you thin your tone, the clarity increases. It's a known fact, isn't it? So my kind of voice, you don't have to worry. But let's say you don't have my kind of voice, meaning 140 to 150 hertz pitch. You don't have. Then probably you need to put in a lot of effort to get that 90. So how do we get it so easily? Very simple, speak like me. So this is a read aloud. I'm going to show you how I do it. The Vikings were Norse seafarers, warriors and traders who lived during the Viking Age, roughly from the late 18th century to the late 19th century or 11th century. They originated from what is now modern-day Denmark, Norway and Sweden. I'm little thinning it. Some who have a very thicker voice, thicker pitch, meaning hertz of 80, hertz of 90, 100. You need to thin it so that it comes to 140 to 150. If you run the pitch app with my voice that I just tuned and spoke, it would be around touching 160, 165. Trust me on this. Very clear. Don't go beyond 200. That's completely a lady's range. For those who are struggling with speaking, you need to get to this 150 or 160. If you are a woman and you're struggling with speaking, make sure you get it to 200. There are some ladies who have this problem. When we did this, automatically score became 90 over the night. No need to worry about anything. See, I spoke here 11th century, 19th century. If you properly observe, it doesn't matter. Content, don't worry, man. What you need to worry about is this tone. The clarity should increase. The sharper pitch, the higher pitch. The software loves this higher pitch. How much time would you need to change this tone? Overnight? Probably one day? You just fix it. And try it. Automatically scores will come the second write on a bond paper. I mean, of course, you need to speak whatever you see. Few words, let's say here seafarers word you're not sure. Roughly you're not sure. Sweden you're not sure. Denmark you're not sure, let's say. Then still speak. The Vikings were Norse warriors and traders who lived during the Viking Age from the late 18th century, 8th century to the late 11th century. They originated from what is now modern day Norway, and full, like end it up. Don't end abruptly. But what I'm telling you is you don't have to put a lot of effort. Change your tone. If you've given exam, scores are very less, little sharpen it. I'm not asking you, if you're a guy, to speak like a girl. Correct? I'm not doing that. All I'm asking you is little increase it. Little. Don't speak like a girl. Not required. Well, if you do it also, you don't get the scores. The clarity should be crisp and sharp. 150, 155, 145, ideal pitch. For a lady, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260, 280, ideal pitch. You don't have to worry. If it's crossing 300, you need to worry, but usually it will not. So this is one of the simplest technique. You follow it, man. Skip any words, do whatever you want, doesn't matter. Just change this tone and see. The magic just unfolds in your score report. Saying this, we will go to the simple trick number 2. If you miss a word, okay, I had to speak this by mistake, I missed it. Or I spoke the word, but I made a mistake while pronouncing, meaning I mispronounced it. That's totally fine. Never come back and correct it. See, I'm telling you, even to score reading marks, a good one, because read aloud contributes marks to reading. Psychologically, we think content matters to reading. No, it's the fluency. Whatever you speak, software has to understand. That's it. It's as simple as this. Whether you speak full or half, it is not going to make much difference. All it wants is whatever you speak, are you speaking correctly? So whenever you miss a word, totally fine. Don't come back and correct it and mess it up all. Getting it, just continue. Just continue. Let's say this, I will speak it as sea warriors and see how I speak. The Vikings were not seafarers. Don't do. Now I'm gone case. Reading gone, speaking gone. Remember this. Just continue. The Vikings were Norse sea warriors and traders who lived during the Viking Age, roughly from the late 8th century to the 19th century. They continue. If you really want to correct, you can come back and correct it, but don't mess it up. For example, to the late 19th century, 11th century, they originated from. I'm just correcting in a way that it seems all perfect. It doesn't look like I'm in trouble, isn't it? Don't come back and correct it, I'm telling you, just continue. You make a mistake, it's okay. You skip a word, it's okay. You mispronounced it or misinterpreted it, it's totally fine. So here you said he originated. Is it fine? Don't worry about it. Well, if every word you mess it up, then marks will go down. Here and there, one or the other you mess it up, don't worry at all. Just continue. This is more easy, isn't it? Than coming back and correcting it. It's actually very easy. But you just have to master this. It's one of the very simple techniques. Just follow, see the difference in the scores, and then comment. Alright. Trick number 3, describe image. Don't worry about the keywords. The moment you see a describe image, psychologically, people using their Einstein's brain will tend to think, I need to give this keyword. Oh, this is important. Oh, this is the maximum value. That's how the media has influenced your mind. That's how we think, if I give keywords, I get the marks. But on the other side, computer says, you do whatever you want. I just need the fluency. Because you try to give keywords, your fluency will go down. When the fluency goes down, marks gone case. So don't worry about the keywords. I've given many templates in many of the videos. Just use that template. I've given something like this. 4 keywords, you want to use the keywords, you use, otherwise also it's fine. Well, everything is not possible to share it here. But I guess you can put some 4 keywords from the image. Now, while selecting the keywords, you don't have to really much worry about, should I select this? I think if I select this, I get marks. Content, there is no marks. Remember this. What gives you mark is the fluency. To get to that fluency 90, you can go to any extent. It is not going to make any difference. But you go behind keywords, then you fumble, then marks gone. Any four you can choose color. You can choose the date, whatever you say. Just put it and just speak. When you speak, make sure you speak like read aloud. In the read aloud, if you have changed your tone, in repeat sentence also you need to change your tone. In describe image, you need to change your tone. Retell lecture, you need to change your tone. Answer short question, it doesn't matter. Hope you are getting it. All these are very simple things, but there are more simple things. Remember this. There are many more simple things like this. You got to remember all these things. Let's say in read aloud you spoke Market research is a vital part. You change. You hear the given image represents a no, boss. No, it's not going to come. I'm telling you. Remember this. Okay. So let's move on to repeat sentence. Trick number 4. 5 to 6, usually 10 or 12. Usually 10 will come. Sometimes 11 or 12. 5 to 6, meaning 50 to 60% of the audios will be very small. Correct? He goes to a lecture and then gets surprised. Like this, 6 words, 7 words. It's gonna be easily possible for you to speak as it is 100% content. Speak them perfect. Don't risk it. If it's only 5 words, don't speak 2 words, you don't get marks. You need that flow, the fluency. But 4 to 5 will be lengthy. Definitely yes. These lengthy ones, concentrate. Speak as much as you can. Don't go behind it. Go beyond it rather. If your ability is 8 words, you speak till 8 words. No, I'll try to speak all the 13 words. In doing so, if you fumble one hesitation, only one, I'm telling you, it's going to be 0. Software doesn't like it. It won't be able to understand basically what you spoke. Remember, speak as much as you can, never speak full. Meaning listen to 8 words, speak these 8 words, done and dusted. If your capacity is 8 words, if my capacity is 6 words, listen to 6 words and speak those 6 words. If your capacity is 4 words, then you need to pray to God. Not possible. God also will not be able to help. You need to give at least 50-60% correct. But this is for those who are trying to give everything correctly, not required. Well, if you can, go ahead, but if you fumble, marks will go down. Remember this. So no fumble. It should be crisp and clear. So here as well, you need to change your tone. If at all you're changing in the read aloud, remember, speak as much as you can, as long as you fulfill your capacity. Your capacity is 7 words, 7 to 8 words, more than enough. Beyond that, don't even listen. Problem is people listen full and then try to speak less. It's not possible. Once you listen full, gone case, every word is here. Now you try to speak half of it. It's very difficult. Without fumbling, it's very difficult. So pour in only that much data, whatever you can digest. You need to eat whatever you can digest, isn't it? You eat more, you will throw up more. Remember this. Listen less, speak less, finish it off. That's a very simple trick for repeat sentence. Alright, the next one is retell lecture. Retell lecture hardly contributes some 6 to 8 marks, not a huge priority. Avoid keywords, write 4 to 5 small phrases. All I'm asking you is small phrases. Avoid just writing one word, comma, write a small sentence. Why? Let's say you spoke one word and you couldn't pronounce it correctly, or software couldn't understand it correctly, then you don't get that mark. The content marks will go down. But if there is a 4 to 5 word, one phrase, in all the 4 to 5 words, okay, if one word software doesn't understand, or 2 words it doesn't understand, totally fine. Still there are 2-3 words more. So there is a higher possibility of software telling you, boss, I understood you. When you use keyword, there is a higher possibility of software telling you, boss, I'm not getting anything. Not getting anything. I understood everything. Remember these two. Which one you want, you decide. Accordingly choose 4 to 5 small phrases. Use the template and speak. But remember, the simple technique is this. The difficult one is try to make sense. Logically make sense when you speak. Whatever the template and the sentences should fit in as per the grammar. They're all difficult things, isn't it? All I'm asking is very simple thing. Whatever the template you have, whatever the words you have written, just read. Read like read aloud. In the read aloud, let's say, usually there won't be any mistakes, but let's say there are mistakes. Will you correct it, boss? Yes or no? You don't correct it. Here, don't try to correct. Don't try to even understand what you're speaking. Just read whatever is there. When you speak, don't worry about the grammar. Don't worry about the logic. Whatever you say, just speak. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about who king died 19th century. This is utterly nonsensical grammar, correct? But you try to correct it. How do you correct it? The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about the king who died in 19th century. This is going to be 0, full cut. On the other hand, the lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about who king died 19th century. Fluency perfect. Words are matching. You will get marks, man. Don't use too much. I'm telling you. I've done it. All this I've done. Correcting it. Logically trying to correct. Thinking if I do this, I get more marks. I got 48, 53, 64, then 90. So with my experience, I'm telling you, don't use this too much. At least in speaking. use this too much in reading fill in the blank, listening fill in the blank, right from dictation. There people are stuck. There they don't want to use. Here they want to use. Here don't use. Here listen to me. There don't listen to me. Use your brain. Hope you're getting it. Hope you're getting it. Simple trick number 6. Click the next button immediately once done. There will be a next button. Let's say you speak, read aloud, and you're done with it. Perhaps on the 20th minute. 33, 35 minutes it will give. 20th minute you're done with it. Now what will you do if you don't click next? You're just keeping quiet. 21st second, 20 means not minute second, 21st second, 22nd second, 23rd second. 3 seconds it detected silence. And then it says microphone turning off because silence detected. Then you are forced to click next. But what if Mr. Two Butterballs are shouting at the top of their voice or sitting right beside you? 20th second you finished. 21st second, 22nd second, 23rd second, you're not speaking. When you speak, the mic is there. When you speak, your voice is near to it. It will detect your voice and deduct or cut down the other noises because it knows this is near to it when you don't speak. Now, whichever the voice that the mic hears, it will think that is your voice, isn't it? Now, you're not speaking, 20th second over. 2 people are shouting. Their voices will be recorded. It may not even throw up a message saying silence detected. It may throw up, it may not throw up, but for 3 seconds, probably it may catch. There are instances where people have not clicked the next button and got very low scores. But this is not a, like frequent scenario, usual scenario that I did not click next, so I got less marks, not like that. Out of 10, probably 1 person will be affected. Many have not clicked next and still got 90. But there are chances that you get low scores. Don't risk it the moment you finish, 20th second. Take a mouse and click next. It will again ask, are you sure you want to go to next question? Click yes and just move on. Remember, don't forget this. Simple trick. They're very simple to do. Do it then. It doesn't require much effort. Simple trick number 7. If someone is shouting, what should I do? Go and do this. No. Shut them. Raise your hand. Ask invigilator to do this to them. You don't go and shut them. This is very important. Like I told you, someone is really shouting. When you speak, others also speak at a moderate level. The amplitude or the strength of your voice is significant. The mic that you have will recognize, oh, this is significant, this is your voice. But the person right next to you is screaming and his strength is probably, the volume is probably more than yours. Then software can take his, right? It's a computer, it's the software, some system, some algorithm, we don't know how it works, who has done it, have they tested thoroughly? They would have, but there are some, corner cases where it may consider other's voice and cut down your voice because other person's strength, the amplitude, the volume is so high that it's almost soaring in the sky. So if someone is shouting, just do this. Invigilator will definitely come. Ask her, see, others are shouting. I know it's noise cancellation, but they're screaming at a very obnoxious, unpleasant way that my score may get affected. I know you will tell that noise cancellation is there because those invigilator will just argue, but you tell them, I know, but I'm sure if they shout more than this level, it will affect. I would request you to please shut them. And they will definitely go tell them. And they will keep quiet. But some people don't keep quiet. For them, we cannot do. So through this video, I'll tell you all, don't simply shout. Shouting will in any way cannot give you the scores. You may get speaking 90, reading, listening will definitely go down because content software will not be able to understand. Please don't do it. Normal voice, a little louder you can speak. Market research is, this is fine. Market, not required, please don't do it. Alright, so simple trick, the last trick. Practice every day while your TV is on. For a lot of people who are completely new into the PTE exam, wouldn't even know that the exact condition would be different. The exam condition will be completely different from what they think it is. It's almost like a fish market. It's almost a replication of how the natural environment looks like. Let's say you go to a market and want to buy something. How the noise will be? Everyone will be shouting. Everyone will be talking basically. And you also talk, you understand. That's exactly how it will be in the exam. But your Einstein's brain is not used to it. Or at least used to thinking. It is not used to thinking that this would be the scenario in the exam, isn't it? So you go there, you will be surprised, not able to concentrate. Repeat sentence, not able to concentrate. Some people, they need to hear or listen to their voice. Then only they get to know they are speaking. There, others are shouting, you can't even listen to your own voice. So all these things you need to be used to. much before you go to the exam, isn't it? Turn on the TV loud and start practicing speaking every day. You won't be surprised at all, and trust me, you will do it much confidently in the exam. I believe I have shared very simple tricks. I think that's all. Very simple things. You don't have to put a lot of effort. You can curl up on the sofa, have a coffee, watch Netflix and still get 90. But these simple things you have to implement. Very simple tricks that I've shared, I believe is an important one, informative one. You believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. This is Nakul signing off, Nakul. Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.